Hey guys, what's up? Coming back today with a simple hamstring fix for you. Look, we got to realize that the amount of sitting we do nowadays is just adding up. And if you're not having a proactive approach of undoing all the sitting that you are performing, eventually down the road, you're just going to lead into a whole host of issues. So, if you still want your performance to be great in the gym, you want to move well and freely without any pain or resistance or tension or stiffness, this is a really great quick fix. It's 2 pieces, something you can do prior to a workout, post-workout. Both ways are fine, and this is going to help restore some function back to your posterior chain, okay? And also realize too, when you're sitting on your hamstrings all day, those things just get matted down and mushed like a pancake, and there's not very good blood flow through there. They become very sticky. And so the idea of this work here is to make a brain-body connection on getting tissues to reperfuse, more blood flow in there to get them alive and waking up. And then also to restore your sliding surfaces. Muscles should slide across each other smooth and nicely, and they shouldn't be stuck and stiff and feeling like they're getting tugged on. So 2 pieces here for you. Number 1, very simple setup. If you're in a gym and you got a barbell and a rack, this is your go-to. So you're gonna make your way over to a barbell, and what you're gonna do is drape one leg over at a time, and then you're gonna start high up into the crease near where your butt ends and the hamstring begins. And what I want you guys to do here first is work on side-to-side movement, okay? And this gives us a good idea of where those knots, stiff spots, and adhesions are at. And then when you do find something, we want to put some pressure on it, a legitimate amount of pressure. And then we want to try and get through range of motion, right? So we want to be able to straighten the leg out, and then we also want to be able to pull the heel towards the butt. And every time you're doing that, you just work a little side to side, find a spot, push through resistance and stiffness, see if you can get your quads to flex and turn on. And then the world is yours from here. And you want to rack up a good 15 to 20 of these. Find those stiff areas, tack it down with the bar and the pressure, and be able to work through resistance and try to get that leg straight and make a balance between the 2 things, right? Hamstrings and quads work together and work with each other. And so if I want my leg to be able to straighten out, that is some quads trying to flex, but also the hamstring to lengthen, okay? And you could just work back and forth, spend a good 15 to 30 reps. You could even put a clock on, so try to spend 2 to 3 minutes on each side. And then more importantly now is to be active in your stretch. And what you want to do is find a simple band, hook it around that same foot through the arch. You want to lay back so that your head and shoulders are resting on the floor. The other leg is going to stay straight. And then you're going to pull your thigh as much as you can into your chest, and then set your tension on the band. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. And the idea is to work through range of motion, through lockout, the same thing you were working there. But now we're making a brain-body connection of every time I lock out, I'm flexing my quads and squeezing for a half second and getting out, and then I can work anywhere I'd like to go, side to side, and all I'm trying to see is everywhere I go with my leg, do I have the ability to lock out and work through resistance and stiffness? And the same idea here too is you'd like to be able to work a good 30 repetitions there on each leg, moving side to side, finding different areas. And then these 2 things, you can keep going back and forth. If you don't feel like you've loosened up appropriately, go back to the bar, smash, run through range of motion, come back to the band, work the same drill, and you can go back and forth and ping pong as many times as you'd like until you feel like your hamstrings are at a point to where you feel comfortable and they've opened up. For those of you that are extremely stiff on your backside, this may take a few sets of bouncing back and forth. For those of us that are more mobile already, we might find that 1 round of each does the trick and that we're feeling good. So the next time you're feeling stiff on your backside, it's tough to bend over, give these 2 things a try, or prior to a deadlift day, anything where you're picking something up off the floor, try it out, see if it improves, and then enjoy.